How's it going, Stud Muffin Gaming Champions? Yours truly, MLG Call of Duty Elite Stud Muffin himself, 8 Thoughts. And today's video, man, is sort of like some vindication and that people are finally coming around to this. People with a lot larger channels than I have, even though my channel is pretty, pretty alpha, boys. Don't want to brag or nothing, but it's pretty, it's pretty coming in pretty strong, brother. But there's some channels that have a lot more subscribers than I do, like Some Ordinary Gamers and this dude Ranton, who I've never heard of, has about 800,000 subscribers. Some Ordinary Gamers, you all know who this brown chocolate loving, Tobey Maguire, East Indian looking stud muffin himself is. If you don't know who he is, well, figure it out. But I have been saying since the beginning of, like, I don't know, half a decade, maybe longer, that Call of Duty YouTubers, and they're so mad at me, so many are so butthurt that I say this kind of stuff. They argue with me all the time, whether it be like Korean Savage or T. Martin used to, as well as, that one guy whose name I don't want to mention, but we have to mention, I'm talking about, who's threatened to sue me before in the past because he says that he's not paid by Activision, and I've said, like, yes, you are, and he's argued the fact that he's not paid by Activision, but it's facts. These guys are paid by Activision, and these claims and these videos I've made in the past that have shown that if you're a Call of Duty YouTuber and you get a review copy of a game, you get flown out to the studios, you get early access footage, you get early access capturing of said game, you get first dibs, you get free trips to get paid hotels and food to go to these places, you get paid to go to events, to partake, and you personally know these Call of Duty developers, and I've said because of that, regardless if they gave you a bag of cash, you are paid and your influence is bought, and you are part of the marketing team of Activision and every Call of Duty development team, and that's just the facts. And they say, no, we're not. No, we're not. And people like Ranton and Some Ordinary Gamers and many others are finally getting the courage now to speak about this. As you can see here, YouTube gaming has a serious problem. I wouldn't have done this video if it wasn't for Ordinary Gamers having my back on this. Big ups, big prayers. Please watch and share. Like, I'm glad these guys are finally getting the courage to come around to say this kind of stuff. Like I said, I toot my own horn, pull my own schlong dong. I've been saying this forever. Like, it doesn't take much courage, but hey, I guess people are just not as powerful in alpha as this MLG Gaming Stud Muffin is.
There is a huge problem that's been burning on my prostate recently. Not with the platform itself, but with some of the people that make content on it. There won't be any drama here. I won't be calling anyone out by name. You know who they are. You know what they've done. I'm talking about a systemic issue. I don't get review copies. Big shocker, I know. I curse, I shit on the floor, I yell, I scream, I insult my viewers and their mothers who are... Don't get me started on their mothers. My videos are just as much about...
Dude, this guy sounds like the Asian version of me. He's got no hair either. I'm subscribing right now. I already liked the video. Bam, subscribe to whoever this stud is.
You my thoughts on a game as they are about, goofing around and having fun. I'm not objective. I understand why none of these companies want to associate with me.
Bro.
There was a time, not so long ago, when it really frustrated me, but I get it. If I had a legitimate business, I probably also wouldn't like to be connected with some unpredictable Michelin. If you still don't understand, let me...
Dude, this guy is me. This guy is me. This dude is the Asian version of me.
Let me be clear. I'm talking about review copies and the huge impact they have on the game reviewer landscape on YouTube. No one wants to talk about it.
I talk about it. I don't mind talking about it. Been talking about it for half a decade, if not more. Calling all these Call of Duty YouTubers out. Every one of them. And that's why there's so many of these people hate me, because I draw attention to the scam of the whole situation.
Status quo is really good for a lot of publishers and big YouTubers. But there is a huge conflict of interest that you should care about if you care about honest reviews and our planet. Getting review copies, meaning getting the game early and for free, is a galaktischer advantage. Please understand, your video out on a game on release date translates into big views, big money, and big relevancy. Everyone knows this.
Dude, that's exactly what I've been saying since the beginning. Not only are you getting early access to the game, I mean, like, you can go back to almost all my videos talking about Activision paid shills. Been talking about this forever. You guys on this channel know about this as well. He's pretty much reiterating everything I've said almost verbatim. Not saying he's caught me. I probably hasn't seen my videos, and that's not what I'm implying here. I'm just implying this guy and everyone else out here, like, from big million-plus YouTube channels and stuff that actually have some balls, will say this. If you're a Call of Duty YouTuber, and I've said this about Drifter before, and I've said it about Korean Savage or T. Martin or any of these people, And that's why they dislike me so much, because I expose the truth of them, and they're Activision shills. Is that you have an early copy of the game. You get access to the game beforehand. You get to post all the gameplay. When Modern Warfare came out, like Hollow Point, Chaos, T. Martin, Korean Savage, Swag, I don't know, a bunch of like no-name guys with even smaller channels, they all had the access, the videos, the multiplayer, all the information. They had it all there, like a giant, just advertising package. And they upload like 5 videos each in one day to their channel, getting thousands of dollars and hundreds, if not thousands of subs, let's be honest, and thousands of dollars in ad revenue, and just the appearance of being the legit Call of Duty news source, because they're paid from the company. And they're completely biased to the game most of the time. I'm not saying that all their opinions on the game are bad, are good or bad. Whatever. Don't muddy the water. Here's 8 thoughts. Keep it rolling.
YouTubers know it. Developers, publishers know it. You know it too. Interest in a game is largest on release. That's when most people want to buy it. You want to know if it's worth your money or complete shit. That's why review copies are given out in the first place. People need to talk about it around release. Every day past that, your review isn't out is a massive amount and a huge chunk of viewers lost. Doesn't matter if you personally like to wait for a certain YouTuber, and even though he's late, you still kind of would like to watch him. Irrelevant. The sooner a review comes out, the more views it'll get. So maybe you can already kind of guess the problem. It's not just a competitive advantage. I don't compete with these words. I'm cool. I fuck. It's a conflict of interest that is unacceptable in my eyes. Let me break it down for you, Rantoni style. If you get a game copy early, you are now part of the publisher's marketing campaign.
Exactly. All these Call of Duty YouTubers are Activision marketers. They are, whether they want to admit it or not, paid Activision and development team marketing. They are part of the marketing team. They are no longer autonomous. They are now literally in a contract with the developers and Activision as an advertiser. You are an advertising agent.
The game you got wasn't free. It's been paid for. It appears on the balance sheet of the publisher under marketing expenses. Your video on the game is now sponsored, and merely declaring it in the beginning of the video isn't enough. By the way, my copy was provided to me by the developer for free, but let's get into this review. What? Halt! Bitte helfen Sie mir! How is that okay? If you are financially, business style mäßig connected with the people who manufactured the product you're reviewing, your credibility is gone, and your video should be marked as product placement from big.
Thank you. Exactly. It is product placement.
And from the moment you say it's your boy to the moment YouTube's autoplay starts playing, even if you buy the game post-release, it don't matter, dog. It don't matter how hard you try to be unbiased and fair and tough and neutral. In fact, you trying harder is the conflict of interest already.
Simply being aware of the conflict of interest existing and making an effort to overcome it is the conflict of interest impacting your thought process.
Taken effect and impacting your view on the game. All of this can manifest itself in very subtle ways that you as a viewer may not even notice. Maybe a sentence or two is slightly altered to be, just a tidbit more charitable. Maybe one glitch less is shown. Maybe a part of the game that they didn't enjoy as much is glossed over, or it's repeatedly pointed out to you that, hey, it's just not their thing, but you do you.
Hey man, these supply drops, bro. These supply drops and microtransactions, man. Trust me, bros. No, it's not our fault. No, man, it's Activision's fault. Yeah, Korean Savage and T. Martin and all the other Call of Duty YouTubers. No, man, no, I totally believe them. Yep. Hey guys, listen, guys, skill-based matchmaking is not in the game whatsoever. Forget all these other people that say that, and now that they actually have been admitted from the developers years later, even though I did an entire freaking in-depth on it, telling everybody that skill-based matchmaking is not in the game in any way whatsoever. Instead, everyone's full of it. It doesn't really actually happen. Oh, hey, at the end of the day, there's actually very strong skill-based matchmaking. And hey, microtransactions, I believe it. Listen, guys, no, it's not our fault. Not at all. It's not developers' fault. You got to believe them. They're trustworthy people. Activision makes us do it. It's Activision's fault. It's all Activision's fault. The developers are the best. Hey, man, when we getting flown down to LA again for some free games, for free food, a free hotel, hang out with my buddies, go out drinking, and get free access to be able to post the gameplay early, get thousands and thousands of dollars, and gain a bunch of subs and millions of views, and look like a reputable Call of Duty source.
Tiny change due to personal involvement with the people who make the product already your entire authenticity up the Auschwitz. To all my Chinese brothers, may your review copy, may your corruption, may your review copy, may your corruption, review copy. I believe that a lot of reviewers aren't even aware of this. I'm not suggesting malicious intent. There is no
No, there's not malicious intent. There's no malicious intent involved here. That's not the point. Like, not like, oh my God, yeah, I got early copy. I'm gonna go out there and mislead everybody. Like, no. The point is like, you know what? You're not going to rock the boat. You're not going to rock the gravy train. It's also just human. I'm going to stop the video with this because it's pretty much going to go on. The point's been proven here. It's like we've driven a giant freaking railway spike right through the head of everybody with this video. It's not that their intent is to deceive everybody, but it's impossible. It is human condition that if you are friends with somebody, you know somebody, you have a relationship with somebody, and on top of that, your financial well-being has to do maintaining a good relationship with those people. It is impossible. It's not possible unless you're me, who has had relationships with gaming companies and then completely and utterly just all over them because I don't care. I'll keep it real. If your game's good or bad, I don't care how much money you give me or want me to get paid to market your game. Just take Titanfall 2. I got a free game, bunch of free stuff, played the game. Yeah, I didn't play it ever again because I didn't like it. I don't care if you liked it. I didn't like it, and my opinion was not bought. And that's the only sponsored video I ever did in my entire life was Titanfall 2 by Respawn Entertainment. You know, but their game, it's a good game, I guess, but I just didn't like it. Anyways, my point is that you can't stay unbiased when you have a relationship with somebody. It's extremely hard. It's just human nature to have a kinship towards people that you have a relationship with, and it's very hard not to be biased in their favor. So anyways, 10 years gone to YouTube here, going strong. You know what? A lot of people hate me. They prey on my downfall. They don't like me because this is the kind of stuff I've been saying since Jump. I've been talking about this since the beginning of Call of Duty YouTubers, whether it be CSGO Lotto or the fake love for Activision and Call of Duty YouTubers getting paid, even though they don't want to admit they're getting paid. You got paid, and that's been people just hating on me because they don't want to admit the fact. And many other people who are much more intelligent than me and them with much larger YouTube channels and much more relevant followings, like Some Ordinary Gamer, the Brown Toby Maguire, Big Stud, and others like this, and many others coming, will adamantly have to defend our stance against the dumb people who think otherwise, because the facts are facts, and that sentence didn't make any sense at all. Basically, what I'm saying is that, yeah, they're all scumbags, but they're not scumbags, regardless of doing it on purpose or not, but they're Activision shills, and they're completely biased, and they're paid advertisers of Call of Duty. There's no way of hands or buts about it. You're paid advertisers. You're nothing more than just an extension of the Activision advertising team. End of story. Thanks for watching the video. I'm 8 Thoughts. Be cool, stay in school, stay no drugs, the ways we're crossing the street, help prevent forest fires, make sure to brush and floss, really help promote healthy oral hygiene, and last and really most important, stay black, question authority, don't let the honky cracker reptilian shapeshifter bring you down. Peace out, homies. Thank you for watching.